I feel like with puff sleeves, they're kind of like how some animals, they make themselves bigger to be more intimidating. Puff sleeves are that for humans. Come at me, bro. Hello, dear friends, and welcome to episode 12 of the Dear Friend Podcast. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you are new, hi, I'm Eden. I'm the owner of Yarn Co., where I sell my handmade polymer clay charms, watercolor paintings like these, and other handmade treasures. Yeah, so the episode 12. In this episode, I have no finished objects, but I do have a lot of progress done on what I have on these projects right now. And I have one new project, which I've been working on a ton, and I'm super excited to show you. But before I do that, this sweater, I know somebody's gonna ask, but this is not a handmade sweater of mine. I got this at a consignment store. It looks pretty close to handmade. It's definitely industry made though, because it's got some tags in there, but it is all wool and it is super cool. All these baubles, that's a lot of baubles, and some puff sleeves. Yeah, it is super cozy with all the wool. It's perfect for like the cool weather coming about. It's getting like pretty chilly, a lot of rain here, but it's my favorite time when it gets to that good chilly weather, the perfect sweater weather. It's a hard word, it's a tongue twister. Sweater weather, yeah. And these earrings I just recently got. These are some adorable bunny earrings from A Pocket of Posies. I will leave a link in the description box below. I love them. I love bunnies. They are super cute. Yeah. So before we get on to all the knitting, I have a couple announcements. The first is the Handmade Holiday Along is still going on. It's still going to be going on till Boxing Day of 2020. And I will be drawing the prize for September pretty soon. The podcast will probably be out after, but you can go to my Instagram to see all the details. All you have to do if you want to join in, I draw giveaway prizes on Rudy Day, which is the 25th of every month, to the people who finish gift knits beforehand for Christmas, just so that you're prepared and you don't have like the rush of finishing stuff during the Christmas time. So all you have to do is go to my Instagram and you can see all the details, but basically it's when you finish a gift knit, use the hashtag HandmadeHolidayLong2020, which I will put here, and tag me in the post, and then add the date in which it was finished so that I know what giveaway time frame you finished it on, and you will be entered in to win the giveaway prize, which has been for September and probably October. It hasn't arrived yet, but the giveaway prizes have been so sweetly given by Carla of Knit 2 Yarns, which leads on to the other announcement, which is the little sponsor video, which is Help Me Talk About It with Emma the Bunny and Alexander the Russian Blue Cat. And so take it away. Hello everyone! This podcast is sponsored by Knit 2 Yarns. The wonderful Carla at Knit 2 Yarns in Kamloops has an array of yarns in everyone's price range. She also has a wall devoted to the amazing dyers from right here in Canada. Right, Alexander? Right! You can contact Carla through the website or DM her on Instagram for shopping sessions for the yarn for your next project. Or if you can, go and see the amazing store in Kamloops for yourself. All the links will be in the description below. Bye! Okay, that will be all the announcements, and the links to everything is down below, so have no worries. And yeah, I think we will move on to works in progress. So the first work in progress I have been working on for probably 2 days straight. I love it so very much. A little backstory to it before I show you. When I first started podcasting, I had a project which was the blanket of calm, which I was going to do out of all the little scraps I had left over. I'd wound it into one big cake. But I realized ever since then, I worked on it a bit, and then it just sat here on my shelf for a few months, and I realized that I was not going to work on it or finish it. So I was going to use it in something else. So I took the blanket apart and caked it up again and started this project. This is the Squishy Dot Pillow by Kate Celine. It is so cool. I'm holding the end from the inside and the end from the outside, so it's completely doing its own thing. When I skeined this up, I didn't look. I just reached my hand into a bag and pulled out a skein, so it's completely random. And it has been so cool to work on. I am addicted to working on this. Colors are colors I would have not just thrown together, but I kind of like how it's different than anything I would have picked. So yeah, it is the Squishy Dot Pillow by Kate Celine, and is just a simple round pillow that you increase, you knit a few rows, and then you decrease down the back, and boom, you have a pillow. This is a free pattern on her website, and yeah, it's just 2 strands of fingering weight held together. Words are tricky for me today. But yeah, 2 strands of fingering weight held together just to give this a marling effect. It is the perfect project if you have a ton of scraps that you have no idea what to do with. Put it in a cake and knit yourself a Squishy Dot pillow. You will not regret it. It is so awesome. I will probably be making another because it calls for 200 grams of fingering weight yarn, and this is 280, so I could easily add on to this cake and make another one because I want to use up all of it, and it keeps it completely surprising of how the marling is going to work, and it keeps you interested the whole time. Super mindless. Have I sold you yet? I love it. And on here I have a new charm that will probably be in the shop by the time the podcast comes out, but this is my new lava bead charm, which is so awesome. I love it. You can put a little essential oil on there and it keeps your knits nice and like fresh, depending on what essential oil you put on it. I've put ylang ylang on mine, which is a wonderful floral scent, which I love. And yeah, and then my stitch markers were a gift made by my aunt and given to me for like either Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember, but they're around the same time, so it's okay. And they go perfectly with all this fun colors. Yeah, that's what I can say about it. I'm going to be finishing this in no time flat. I am done the increasing for the first side, so I just got to knit some rows and then decrease down the other side, and I'll be done. Super quick, well, if you knit on this for 2 days straight, it's super quick. But I have built up like a callus on my fingertip, and my wrist started getting sore of how much I was knitting on this. Yeah, I don't recommend it, but it's so fun. I couldn't help myself. Crazy knitter like that. And whoa, I fall off. I have another Kate Celine pattern that I've been working on. I've gotten some progress on. You've seen this before. These are my spiral socks. If I can get the zipper done. There we go. This is a bag made for me by my friend Sarah, who is a great sewer. Thank you, Sarah. I still love this bag. It's perfect. And in here, my spiral socks. Since the last time I've shown you, this Progress Keeper shows the last time podcasted and gotten that much done. And so there are some serious spirals going on. And it is definitely going to fit me. I was worried, I talked about it the last time, that I was worried that they would be too small for my feet because I don't have big feet, but I have wide feet. Not exactly that wide, that's huge, but wide feet. And so with a tubular sock, I was worried that they wouldn't fit me, but I think it's going to fit pretty well because the stretch on this is amazing. And the yarn is Ginger Snap Yarns. It was their August yarn of the month, which I was a part of. I made the Taffy the Turtle Progress Keeper that went with that. So we got some black sparkle yarn. And then this is on her Zest base. I love her Zest yarn. It is probably my favorite. If I had to choose one yarn to use for the rest of my life, it would be this Zest yarn. And yeah, just dye all the colorways on it, and I will just use that for the rest of my life. In fingering, of course, because I love my fingering weight yarns. Yeah, and my Progress Keeper on there is this tiny little asparagus that I made when I was in my early teens, I think. I had collected all these things called Shopkins that were popular at the time. And then later on, when I lost interest in collecting them, I decided to turn some of them into Progress Keepers. So this is a little asparagus, and I knew I had to keep it for myself because asparagus is the one vegetable I don't like eating. No. I'm not a picky eater, but asparagus, I can't do it. It's gross. It's so gross. Anyway, yeah, I have been working on those. These have been my project that I'm going to the beach or somewhere. I just take my socks along with me because it's super easy. As soon as you get the gist of the pattern, you can fly through it. It's easy to memorize and super fun. It works well with crazy yarns that you've no idea what to do with. The spiral just adds to it. Yeah. Coffee time. Of course, I got in my Yarn Co mug, which is probably my favorite mug because it's the perfect size. Like, it's not like one of those massive mugs, but it's not too small. It's not like a cappuccino cup. But yeah, you can still find them in the shop. Yeah, what should I do next? Let's start the sweater next. I have gotten so much progress done on my Red Moon sweater. You ready? What? This is the Red Moon sweater by Born and Raised Knits that I have been working on forever. But I finished the color work. Ah, isn't it pretty? I'm so excited. But yeah, I finished the color work and I'm just working down the body. When I split for sleeves, I don't know what happened, but I messed it up. And now the moons are like dead center, but I really like it that way. I like how centered it is. Usually they're a little bit like off-centered so that you can see all the phases, but it's okay. Like, you can flip it around and it's like that. You can wear it either way. This side's my favorite though, because it's got the full moons and then the partial moons are so cool. It turned out really good. So the main color, which I have here on my shelf, is Solstice from Vine Yarn on her footsie base, which is a fingering weight. And then I still have one skein here. This is Omega from Schmetzerella Yarns on her sport weight base. And it's looking so cool. Like, look at that. Love it. Yeah, so I am knitting this on one size bigger needles because of the sport weight yarn, and for my size it was just a tad too small, so I just went up a needle size so that it would fit, and I'm super happy with the results. I just gotta knit the rest of the body and then knit the cuffs for the sleeves. I'm gonna do short sleeves for now because I want this to be done by the end of October. But maybe one day if I feel like it, I will pick up the stitches and knit some long sleeves on it. But for now, it's gonna be like a t-shirt sweater, which I don't mind at all. The moons take the show. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not the saying, but that's they steal the spotlight. Like, oh, I love this so much. So yeah, I'll show you the charms I got on here if I can. Thought I was going to use my face, didn't you? Not this time. But I have a little skull progress keeper to help me keep track of my body's length, which are in the shop in a bunch of different colors. I have the red one on here right now. There's a red one in the shop. But I love it. It's so cute. They inspire me. Whew. I can't talk that fast or else I just mumble. But anyway, they inspire me from Pirates of the Caribbean, or since this is a red skull, I kind of think of Marvel and Hydra, and then with it as my beginning of round marker, it's a little apple that's been bitten, which was a gift to me by Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn, and they go so well with this sweater. Makes me so happy. Yeah. So I'm working away on that. I am on my second skein of main color, and I have a ton of the contrast color left, so maybe I'll throw that into a pillow. But yeah. Last showing. Yep. So it's just knitting away on the body now. So it should be done. I'll try to get it done before like Halloween. I hope to get it done in time for Halloween. And my next project, which is actually my own design. I'm keeping it in a bucket bag from the kitchen sink shop, which I love so much. It's so cool. And it's got like watercolor design fabric, which is very me. And it's perfect to keep my project in. There's a little peek. Because I throw all my projects into one basket, and they each got their own separate bag, but this is perfect just to keep all my projects separated. I want to get more of these to just have to keep all my projects separated. That's my dream. But I am designing a cowl. It's upside down. And it's backwards. Yeah, I'm designing this. This is going to be a cowl. It is inspired by the cowboys in Tombstone. So back in the day, there was a gang called the Cowboys. And how you knew that they were cowboys, they all wore these red sashes. And so this is kind of like the red sash that they wear. But it's going to be a bandana style cowl. And this is going to be a double wrapped cowl. So yeah, it's going to be nice and squishy, and it is going to be a one skein project. So if you have like a skein of fingering weight yarn that you don't know what to do with, you want it to be seen, but you know, like not a pair of socks, like you want it to be out there for everybody to see. And so this will be the perfect project for that. It is all garter, super simple, super mindless. I knit this during like my movies. It is gonna be really cool. The color I'm using is this gorgeous red. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's get my hair off it. This is Sally Ride by Nano Stitch Lab, which I've had forever, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but now it's becoming a really cool cowl. So yeah, I'm writing this as I go along, and I don't know when I will have it released. I hope to be like maybe January, sometime in early 2021. And yeah, and the progress keeper I have on here is another one of my progress keepers. This is in the shop right now. This is a vintage Harley Quinn charm, just to be her style. I love Harley Quinn, and it goes perfectly with this red. It is so nice. If you like garter as much as I do, this is your project. Yeah, keep it in my bucket bag, and I just gotta knit until I find how long I want it to be for the double wrap cowl. And yeah, that is my very first design. It has been quite interesting figuring this out, and I do not have the brain for designing patterns, but I have been really enjoying this, and it's something that I've been wanting for a while because I love old westerns, definitely, and this kind of brings out that. And I love bandanas. I have a huge collection of bandanas, and this will be something very me, and that makes me really happy, especially when you see designers, they design patterns that you look at it and you go, oh, that's definitely them. Those patterns are always more special and really cool. So yeah, that will be something that it's not coming soon. Definitely not. If you know me, it's not coming soon, but it will be soonish. I will be sure to have it soonish. I will be, as soon as I'm done this one and see how it turns out, I will put out a call for testers. And yeah, so I think one more project. This one is something very different, and so I'm doing a little sample crocheting for Carla of Knit 2 Yarns to show off this brand new yarn that she's carrying. I'm definitely gonna say this wrong. Sirdar Happy Cotton. And I am crocheting Whoa. This little, the camera's over here. His little mobile. And it is so cute. It's, again, bunnies. I love it. So I've just been crocheting that. So far, it's just a bunch of little orbs that are going to be put together. So the Serdar is this pink, and there's blue in here. So it's kind of like a both gender mobile. And this, it's so pretty. They come in such bright and happy colors. I really like it. It's attached to a little ball, but yeah. I'm not going to be able to show this. Hang on. So there are some orbs with this. This is the Happy Cotton. I really like it. It's so soft and just happy colors, which is probably why it's called Happy Cotton, but it's cool colors, great cotton. I definitely recommend it if you're like crocheting animals or anything. Erigumi. I'm pretty sure that's not how you say it, but it holds its shape really well. And then for the bunnies, I'm using this Rowan cotton, which is a gray. And Carla has this in her shop too. It's super smooth. It's like a buttery cotton, which doesn't sound that nice, but you get what I mean. It's super soft and smooth. Whoa! There's a lot of little bits and pieces to this pattern, but it's been really fun. I have one bunny completed. Well, kind of completed. He still needs everything attached to him. He's so cute. He needs his cottontail. He's super cute. I love it. It's such a fun project. I enjoy it. And I'm just keeping it in one of my own bags. It's just a really simple drawstring bag that works perfectly for sock projects or a hat project or like a mobile like this. I will be putting some in the shop probably in the end of September because I got a bunch. I'm super excited about that. So yeah, that's all I've been working on lately. And yeah, I have been enjoying everything as usual. And I hope to have at least one of these done by next podcast. Probably. Sorry. Probably the pillow will be done by the next podcast because I have been working on that nonstop. And yeah, so that is everything. Thank you for joining me and again listening to me ramble. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will see you next time, dear friends.